Welcome everyone, it's Reekyracer and back on Reeky's Farms, or Reeky Farms here. And we have this dilemma of this potato field here. Now the tops have to be removed. It needs ploughing and there's zero fertilizer, so it's not really going to pay out much for us. But I bit the bullet and decided that I would lease a bit of machinery because I'm not sure how many of you out there have actually seen any potato harvesting. So here we are. As you can see, I did buy a set of pallet forks for my forklift, painted them the same sort of Fent green. I think these are about $3,800 for the small boom, $850 for the forks themselves. They are pallet forks, so they are a little bit wider. Now, this thing here, the KS754, that is actually a topper, so that will remove the tops. This thing behind here is the SE260, and that is the potato harvester. So as you can see, there is a bit of a chain down underneath here, which somehow all picks up all the taties off the ground here. I think it actually runs through here. Runs through the front here, so we'll top all that and it'll run through there. And then the thing that I have on the back here, so this is the SE260. Then we come over to here and we have the RH2460 from Grime. This is actually a pallet maker, so this will make pallets of potatoes. So I've decided we'll go that way, make the pallets, that way we can actually load it all up onto a trailer, which I did actually lease as well. So in total, I think with buying a few bits and pieces and leasing everything, I spent about $40,000. So it's not going to pay out on the first round, but I mean at the end of the day, it's probably worth it. I mean, this thing here, you're only looking at $100 a day to lease once you pay your initial $510. This thing is $7,650 on the initial, but it's $1,500 a day. And this thing here is $22.95 on the initial lease and $950 a day. So it's not too bad if you can sort of run with this and set it all up. So we'll run through it and yeah, we'll see how it goes. So no, we don't want to fold the harvester, we want to start the harvester up, and as you can see, it's all turning and spinning and doing whatever. And now we have to change to the front, and see that lowers and raises, as you can see there. So we'll change to the front tool and we will turn that one on as well and lower it, and off we go. We'll see how this goes. I'm not sure how this is going to go. Oh. Doesn't look like it's actually removing anything. We'll changed over, lower the harvester. Ah, there you go. So we will have to come back over that. But as you can see, we are harvesting potatoes. That will all dump in along the top there, into that top belt. So I'm not sure how this is all going to work, whether we've got to do a couple of runs here, not really sure. Suppose we will figure it out though. I think I might be destroying crop here too. So we might have to go over it with this topper first and then go over with the harvester second. I'm not really sure how it all sort of works. Although that looks like it was picking stuff up. And yeah, what we might do is we will move this out of the way bring this harvester over here first, because it doesn't look like it's actually doing any harvesting, hardly, so we might just drop this harvester off first. I'll top this whole field and then we'll come back to it. No, I didn't want that one dropped off. I wanted the back one dropped off, so we'll bring this around here. Oh. Now, because we have a tractor with care tires, we might actually use it to do all the topping first. Because as you can see, yeah, it hasn't really done anything there. All it has done is half destroyed everything. So we'll take that off. This is a learning curve for myself as well, being that I have never used one of these toppers or these harvesters, because I usually just use the big harvester. I'd say we should be able to put this on the back side and just run with this on the back of our tractor. And because we do have the care tires, it won't ruin the crop. So we'll spin around here, come back, and we will run over this all again, top this whole field, and then we will go along and harvest. Okay, so there's the topping side of things done. We'll just go and drop this topper head over here, lower it to the ground, put it over there, and we will go over and grab our conveyor again. We'll hook this one up. Actually, I might hook this vent up to this, being that it has got the care tires. It will actually work a lot easier. We will see how we go with it. But it is a big machine. Alright, just come around the back of this tree. Line ourselves back up, because we're going to have to sort of sit. So, do we have to unfold? I think it is unfolded, which is, yeah, so V to lower. So So we've pretty much just got to line this up with the edge here, and we'll see how we go. And that looks like it's going, so looks like you pretty much got to just line this up on that edge there. Looks like it's getting everything out of the paddock right there, so yeah, you're sort of sitting to one side, which is fine. Just means you've got to work out where your rows are, and off you go. Okay, so it looks like we've actually filled up our little conveyor, pallet conveyor over here. So I'll run over here, I'll grab our New Holland, I'll attach that to the conveyor, and I'll show you how this one works. So we've got 13,000 litres sitting in this thing at the moment. And what we want to do is turn this into pallets of potatoes so we can take them and sell them pretty much straight away. Make a little bit of cash. So what we might do is set this up here somewhere. So lower that down. Then we want to enable pallet creation, and here we go. The other thing is too, with these pallets, if you do them all with the peel, you can tell how many you got. Like we've got 13 pallets there, so that's 13,000 litres. If you go to the market, you can come across, and as you can see, potatoes are about anywhere between 240 and 260, or 242 and 268 per 1,000 litres. So, you know, you will get a fair amount out of it. So it may actually be fairly viable, to be honest. I'm not 100% certain. And we'll disable the pallet creation there because we don't want to make any more pallets of potatoes at the moment. And we'll bring this up here and we'll park up. So we will lift that up, turn that off, and exit the vehicle, and we'll keep going with the harvest. Okay, so that is the field harvested. Pretty much it's a couple of rows here and there, but I'm not going to really worry about that too much. It's not going to give us too much more for the amount of time we muck around with it, so we'll just dump all that. And then we will fold this pipe up. And we'll bring this down here. Park the harvester there. I'll go to the shop and I'll grab our flatbed trailer, bring it down and start loading all these pallets. Okay, so as you can see we have the trailer loaded up. I've actually strapped it all down, and I was actually going to look at where we can send these potatoes, and I think the highest one there is $268. So, and that's at the ranch. So we'll tag at the ranch. I think the ranch is way up there, so we'll go for a bit of a drive. So there you go. You're looking at close to 3,000 litres, or $3,000, or a little bit over $3,000 per trailer. So we'd be looking at close to about $9,500 for that whole paddock of potatoes, which, hey, at the end of the day, it's not too bad. You'd be looking at doing that field there to pay for that machinery just in leasing costs. It would take you 5 goes, so it's not viable at all. You know, and then if you were to buy all the machinery, you're looking at about $170,000 to $200,000. So it would take you a long time to actually recoup your cost on the potato equipment. In saying that, it's pretty much like that with any equipment, really. I mean, when you're spending $100,000 on a tractor and you're making $10,000 on a paddock or on a field of crops, it's going to take you 10 crops just to recoup your costs. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's all relative, I suppose, but to be honest, I'm not sure whether I will continue doing the potatoes, because you're just going to lose way too much money trying to lease the equipment all the time. But in saying that, you know, it's $10,000 in our pocket that we we didn't have with, you know, rather than turning it all into the ground. I thought I'd just do this for the day and show you what it's like, just so that, you know, if any of you out there wanted to have a go of it all. I mean, realistically you don't need to do this pallet setup. If you wanted, you could just tip that straight into a trailer, realistically, and it would be fine. But that's a run through with the potatoes, and as you can see, we have pallets and pallets of potatoes everywhere. So we will load all this lot up, and I'll load this lot up because there is probably another 2 and a bit loads to do. Like I said, I will let you all know how much we got out of all of that. I think we're at 58,000, 59,000, something like that. It was close to 60,000 anyway, so yeah, I think it's about 3,300 per 12 pallets. So there is 13, oh, was there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so there is 11 pallets there. So we'll load all that up, and another 13 there. But until next time, I am Reekyracer. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you do hit that like button, and if you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button for us as well. There is links in the description below for some of the mods that I use, such as these storage tanks and these lights here. So yeah, if you do actually enjoy some of these mods, make sure you do go grab them from ModHub or FS19 mods. But until next episode, we'll see you all later.